Okay, so I may know what you're thinking. Didn't Little Nightmares 3 release on the 10th of October 2025? Well, yeah, and already in 2026. So is this video clickbait? Actually, it isn't. And I do have proof. I have evidence of when I achieved the first and last trophy. So we're going to have to rewind in time to the 4th of October when I started Little Nightmares 2 and first started this challenge. I have about 6 days to get the Platinum Trophy for Little Nightmares 2, because I'm playing the games in order. You'll see later in the video, and all the trophies in the base game for Little Nightmares, not including the DLCs, that's for a separate video. So we spawn in for the telly, get our first collectible, dodge some traps, and make our way over to the little cabin, and get our first trophy for not dying to any of the traps previously. Our little tummy starts to rumble, so we search the fridge for some food, but only find this trophy, which I don't actually have the footage to. We get our first hat, and break our little friend out of the room she was trapped in. But she runs off. But we make friends, find the key to the back door, and leave. We then encounter the first villain, the Hunter, so we have to quickly sneak past him. But as we're leaving, he spots us and starts to chase us. Until we finally reach this little hut and then get the trophy for equipping the Hunter's hat and killing the Hunter. We then get the final glitch for the first chapter, and then get the trophy for completing chapter 1, the wilderness. The next chapter is the school. We find this ball hat, equip it, and run for the goal to get the trophy. Upon entering the school, we run around, find the dorms, and inside the dorms there's this paper aeroplane, so we run back to the entrance and throw it out the window. But miss the first time.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
But we lock in and get it the next time. We catch a glimpse of the teacher, but get caught by the school kids. Our little friend gets taken away. So, in retaliation, we commit a few crimes. Upon the classroom, where the teacher is doing her job, but we have to sneak past. We then need to get the attention of the school children. Thankfully we get the save, so you can grab the key and leave through the elevator. There's a ladle on the ground, so pick it up and go on a rampage. One of the porcelain masks doesn't break, so we wear it to walk through the dining hall. Eventually we reach his room, but this kid was wearing his dunce hat, and we actually get a trophy for not killing him.
There's a starman waiting in.
We kill the rest of the kiddies and free our little friend. Our next trophy consists of us playing a little tune on the piano. We then sneak past the teacher a final time to use the crank to pull down the little platform so we can eventually leave. As we try to escape, she notices us and gives chase. But thankfully, we make out alive. We then grab the final glitching remains for the chapter. Then our little friend finds this neat little raincoat.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
We then get the trophy for completing chapter 2, the school. But then we're immediately thrown into the hospital and down into the abyss. We do some epic parkour and stumble upon a flashlight which will provide useful. We then find this vending machine, and like the big bags we are, we completely empty it.
Another one, another one, another one, another one, another one, another one.
The hospital has a ton of miscellaneous trophies, such as holding hands in the x-ray, finding half of the hats, putting a teddy bear in the incinerator, making sure the hand is dead, making popcorn, calling Six's name multiple times, getting a hole in one with cheese, collecting all of the static people for the chapter, and throwing a medicine ball into the wall of hands. Okay, so we encounter the doctor and rob him blind for the fuse. As soon as we use it, he obviously notices and starts chase. the chase finally ends back at the incinerator, but I'm just a chill guy. I don't kill him. Because he gives us a trophy, that's why. So he's kind of just stuck there for all eternity. Damn! So, whilst we make our merry way up the elevator, we get the trophy for not killing the Doctor and completing Chapter 3, the hospital. Next we get the trophy for holding hands with Six for I think it's about 20 minutes or so. I'm joking, I have no clue how long it is. Next thing we know, Six has got crushed. But I guess she just doesn't have any bones or anything. Not even a heart. I don't know. We then stumbled upon another TV to mess with, but this isn't a regular TV. This is an evil Toolman TV. And of all things, instead of being cool, he decides to come out the screen and chase us. After a little chase, he, you know, kidnaps Six. So now, it's up to us to get her back using our brand new acquired TV teleporting skills. Woohoo! But before we continue the Six rescue mission, we have a few more trophies to get, such as getting all the static people for the Pale City chapter, and all the static people in the entire game. Smash this porcelain doll and get another trophy. Then we decide to get a job and deliver packages, which grants us another trophy. But no money though. That sucks. We then have to interrupt everyone's daily brain rot watch. Which they don't take too kindly, so they go after us. But using our little legs, we're able to succeed the chase and teleport through another telly. And oh, what's that? Another telly. And who's that? Oh my god, it's Six. Let's save her. He has different plans. Plans which include chasing us again. And obviously we end up on a train and he's still chasing us, but he still doesn't catch us because we are him. But unfortunately Mono doesn't have his train driving license, so he can't drive a train, so he's crashing. Thankfully the fire subsides, or else we would have died. it's time for one final face-off with the Thin Man, where we use our Oogdy Boogdy Abracadabra pose to, get him going. And I think our legs start to get tired because we decide to just pull the entire city towards us, or us to the city. So yeah. With the pink light inviting us to go inside, who are we not to? Because this is probably where 6 is. And then we get the trophy for beating Chapter 4, the Pale City. After running through doors that take us to random places, like we're in an episode of Scooby-Doo, we finally reach the final door.
What? We're flying to Philadelphia! Oh, hell no! That's hell no!
What have they done to her? No. So we do the right thing. We destroy the thing she loves. But obviously she gets a bit mad. But if it's not the first time, just hit it again. Third time's the charm, so we just break it this time. Everything's well, we both wake up, but then everything isn't well because everything decides to collapse on us. So we're forced to run for our lives again. We're lacking a bit behind 6, but she's there to catch us, right? We wake up and wander around the fleshy pits until we find our beloved chair, where we're probably going to spend next eternity also. all is revealed that we eventually turn into the Thin Man himself. But you know what they say, you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. We then get the trophy for getting all of the hats and completing chapter 5, the tower. We then actually unlock the secret ending for getting all of the glitching remains in the game. Then the credits roll, but before we can move on to the next game, we have one more trophy to get. And that's easily achieved by equipping the new hat we get at the end of the game. And then we shoot the hunter one more time and finally pop the platinum trophy. And then we swiftly move on to the first Little Nightmares. We wake up in a suitcase, but don't waste any time, and we run off, find a porcelain doll to throw and smash. We then find this really comfy looking bed, bounce up and down on it to achieve our first trophy. I then show some epic speedrun techniques that I know because I'm cool.
Nice.
We then light a lantern and find our first little gnome guy and give him a big hug. And then we meet the janitor, or if you want to use his government name, Roger. Our little tummy gets very hungry, and this nice boy throws us some food for us to eat. We then reach the end of the chapter and get the trophy for completing the prison. I can then show off some more epic speedrun skills. But all that parkour makes us hungry, so we find the closest bit of meat, which is in a cage, So obviously it was a trap, and Roger kidnaps us. So we wake up in the cage, quickly escape, and make our way past Roger. Using the crank to lift up the hatch door, we then jump down to safety. Roger didn't like the song we were just playing, so he chases us down into the elevator. We take great offence to him not liking our song, so we do the only thing necessary, and just chop off his arms. We then crawl into the vent and get the trophy for beating the chapter, The Lair. The next chapter is the kitchen, where we get our first trophy by making a lovely little soup. We then get another trophy for lighting up 20 lights or candles. We then climb up onto the plates to use the hooks to carry us across the kitchen until we fall down and get chased by both chefs. The chase finishes when we are able to grab the hooks again to carry us to safety. Once we're safe, we get the trophy for completing the chapter, The Kitchen. Once we crawl through the little gap, we reach the outside of the mall, and we are able to see tons of guests entering. We then have to do a little bit of parkour before we reach the dining area. We then get a trophy for nearly getting caught, teasing the guests. Chased all throughout the dining area, quickly running out of stamina, until thankfully there's a little light we can swing on to get away from the gluttonous guests. Our tummy starts rumbling once more, but thankfully there's a little gnome who offers us some food. But we don't eat the food, we eat him. Why would she do this? He was trying to help. Ultimately, we get the trophy for finding all 13 gnomes. We then climb up the ladder and smash the final porcelain doll. We then get the trophy for beating the next chapter, the guest area. We then encounter the final villain for the game, the lady. We then break one of the little pots to obtain a key to progress through the story. The lady then chases us through a dark room until we squeeze through a little hole to escape her. We then obtain the lady killing mirror. We then use the lady killing mirror to kill the lady. Let me eat her. We then menacingly walk through the aisle, killing anything and everything that tries to get in our way. reached the end, obtaining the trophy for completing a final chapter, the Ladies' Quarters. All the gnomes gather around to send us off, until the credits roll. We then get a thank you for playing, and that was Little Nightmares 1. We've only got 12 out of 13 trophies, so we're not finished yet. We still have to beat the game in under an hour without dying. But you're probably thinking, the video ends in about 2 minutes, there's no way he can do it. Well, I've got one question for you.
Wanna see some real speed, bitch?
Yes, that was the entire game in about 30 seconds. We walk up the stairs and finally get the trophy hard to the core. And the next question is, did I actually do the challenge on time? Well, take a look for yourself. So, Little Nightmares 3 releases at 12 in the morning, and I got the final trophy at 36 minutes past 10. So no, I didn't complete the challenge. But I have one final question. What if I didn't get the digital version? What would happen if I got the physical edition? What if I told you that I ordered the deluxe edition and that it wouldn't be arriving until 11:30? Then I guess I did complete the challenge, as I don't have the game yet. Yippee! So, that was me getting all of the trophies in Little Nightmares 1 and 2 before I got the third installment. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.